The Micah Parsons contract saga continues to, I would say, deteriorate. Per Dianna Russini of The Athletic, Micah is considering a trade request from the Cowboys as contract talks are just not making any progress at all. Dianna tweeting this out earlier this morning. Micah Parsons and the Cowboys relationship has deteriorated to the point where a star pass rusher is considering drastic measures, which could include a trade request, or even a declaration that he is severing his relationship with the team. Per multiple league sources, the two sides remain far apart, heading the second week of training camp, are not negotiating. Of note, if we can go back to that first tweet there, Producer Chris, the trade request stuff isn't necessarily... I'd heard similar stuff last night, let's put it that way. The idea that he can just declare he's severing his relationship is honestly funny because that's not how anything works. Like, you can't actually do that. You can request a trade, though. And this is what Dianna wrote in the Athletic article this morning, that it's deteriorated, considering drastic measures, what she put in the tweet there. Two sides do remain far apart, not negotiating. Among the key issues, Parsons negotiated directly with Cowboys owner Jerry Jones over multiple days in the spring. The team believed it had a deal, multiple league sources said. When Parsons' agent pushed back and attempted to negotiate further, the Cowboys declined to engage with him until the pass rusher to honor the agreement he had made. Now the team is refusing to engage with Parsons' agent at all, creating a tense standoff amid increasing friction. Dianna also tweeted and then deleted additional updates, saying that they just haven't had talks at all, the Micah's agent and the Cowboys have. All that stuff's true. We remember the secret meeting stuff, right? And I told you guys then, you can't get this deal done without actually talking to the agents. That's not how this works. You don't hire David Mulugheta to not utilize him at all. I think what Micah was trying to do was get this deal moved along and thinking it could be different by negotiating and having talks and then taking it to him and saying, this is what I got for us. Like, can you finish it off? Honestly, if the Cowboys believed that they could actually pull off a Micah Parsons contract extension without dealing with David Mulugheta, they're stupid. That was literally never going to happen. Like, they were never operating in a reality. It was all just fictional in the end. Like, that was never going to happen. It is so stupid we are at this point where Micah's unhappy. He is upset. He feels betrayed. I think the Cowboys feel betrayed too. This is another example. We can blame whoever you want to blame. I think it's pretty clear who gets more of it. Of the Cowboys failing in negotiations. By letting it reach to this point, well, they're not going to trade him. You can request the trade all they want. They're not going to do it. They got 2 years of team control, which I don't ever want to utilize those franchise tags. They're bad things. But it's messy. It's ugly again. So what is the one-word reaction to the Micah news and potential trade requests and all that stuff? I had heard last night he was just going to tweet it out if he was going to do it. Dianna, I guess, jumping the gun there. Let me know in the comment section, the pinned comment of today's show. Look, my one word is messy. That's all this is. I think another good word is embarrassing. Stupid we're here. How do we continue to wait on this? How are we here again? I remember last year we were in a similar spot with CeeDee Lamb where he was reportedly contemplating a trade request. It's another horrible look for the Cowboys. It doesn't look good for Micah either, if we're being honest here. And it's another example of bad contract negotiations that somehow they just continue to fail this. They continue to mess this up. Just call the frickin' agents. That's all you have to do. Like, the actual rules are, by the way, in the NFL, that the NFLPA is the representative of all the different players. Agents who are certified by the NFLPA are the exclusive representatives of the players. The Cowboys aren't actually supposed to be negotiating directly with players. They're not really allowed to do that. They're supposed to go through the agents. This is so stupid. And it looks so bad with all parties involved that we're even at this frickin' point. Micah's a great football player. You claim you want to pay him, then just pay him. Just pick up the phone, call the agent, and stop the drama. I don't think there's any chance, even if Micah does officially request a trade or this announce he's separating from the team. That's not how it works. It's just not. It's actually kind of funny to suggest anything else there. Like, they're not going to do it. Why would they? You can vote. Will the Cowboys actually trade Micah? At least not this offseason. Why for yes and for no? Let me know in the comments section of today's show. Trading Micah doesn't actually make any sense for the Cowboys. Like, it's just not how it works. Like, you're not going to get max value back. It's August. Teams have done this. They've done that. They've used their cap space. You're going to get a future pick that's going to limit the actual value you get back there. You're not going to get max value back. You're certainly not going to get the Herschel Walker trade. You're certainly not going to get that. I promise you. That's never going to happen again. You can get a couple first-round picks back, absolutely. But now your team is worse, by the way. Like, that's where you're at. Like, you trade away Micah, you're not as good. You just lost your best defensive player. You're going to cut Diggs next year because that's pretty clear too. Like, we like this edge rusher room because of Micah Parsons. That's why we think the Cowboys have a good pass rush unit. If you don't have Micah, and it's Dante Fowler on a one-year deal, a rookie I'm excited about in Donovan Ezaraku, a second-round pick who had zero production last year, a second-round pick coming off an injury, that's actually not that good of a room. It's like maybe average. Like, it's stupid. Their handling of this is stupid. Today's show is made possible by Ethos. I promise you, life insurance is not stupid. As a father with one kid and a second one on the way, trust me when I say life insurance matters. It's not fun to think about what would happen if something happened, but you do need to be prepared. Protect your family with life insurance from Ethos. Get your free quote at ethos.com/NFL Daily. That's ethos.com/NFL Daily. Ethos is a trustworthy company that disrupts the traditional life insurance industry, and it's more affordable than you might think. Ethos is an online platform that makes getting life insurance fast and easy to protect your family's future in minutes, not months. There is no complicated process, and it's 100% online. No medical exam is required. You just answer a few health questions and get a quote in as little as 10 minutes. 3 million families have completed their applications and trusted Ethos to help find the right coverage. Protect your family with life insurance from Ethos. Get your free quote at ethos.com/NFL Daily. That's ethos.com/NFL Daily. Link is in the comments section and the description of today's show. I don't actually know if we'll get the official trade request from Micah Parsons. I think this could also be a little scenario of like, they leak it to Dianna and like try to get the feel for how it's going to go. History actually does tell us that any attempts to request a trade is actually a desire to get paid and to get the contract moving. Think about the recent trade requests. Terry McLaurin did it last night, but he wants to get paid by the Commanders. Wants to get paid, period. Hendrickson, the exact same thing. Sounds like at some point that deal might actually get done. We'll see. T. Higgins requested a trade. Well, he got traded. He got paid. I feel like we're in the Myles Garrett trade request stage, where in the end the Cowboys will just get it done. Again, it's really stupid that we are here. Like, it is profoundly stupid that we are at this point. It never should have gotten here. Dianna just tweeted an updated version of what she said previously, that the Cowboys thought they had the deal, done it in the spring when they had the secret meeting. Parsons believed the talks were just negotiations and wanted his agent to handle it. And now they're all just pissy at each other. It's stupid. Just get it done. The team is not answering calls from Mulligetta. I don't understand why. It doesn't make any sense. Why this team continuously feels the need to upset its best players and like not just be nice blows my mind. How upset are you right now over the entire Micah saga at all the different parties? How upset are you right now? 1 to 10 is your scale. Mind, the last thing Stephen Jones said about Micah Parsons was this: we want to pay Micah. He's got to want to get paid. He lied. All he does is lie. And by the way, this is a Stephen issue. It's not Jerry issue. This is a Stephen issue. Jerry doesn't do the agent stuff. Stephen does. Why can't you just call the agent back? Agents called you. Why haven't you? If you believed you were actually going to be able to get a deal done without the agent involved, you're stupid. Like, that was never a realistic outcome. Never. I know some people thought it was. It's not. That's not how it works. I told you guys when that first news came out, or I guess rumors at that point, the Cowboys are bad at this. They're bad at this. Stop telling me otherwise. Not so much you guys in the comments. I think at this point we're all mostly in agreement. There's a handful of media people out there who tell me that, oh, no, the Cowboys are good. No, they're not. They're bad at this. This is another example of it. It's sloppy, it's messy, and it just pisses me off. We will have more on this. Hit that sub button so you don't miss out. YouTube.com/@CowboysTV. I think there's actually a very simple solution to all of this drama. Just fucking pay him. That's all you have to do. You just pay him. Why are you essentially arguing over a couple of $1 million for your best player? We know what the market is. We know who the agent is. The Cowboys have a reputation of they will eventually cave. They will eventually give you what you want, but they will drag it out for as long as possible. That is their reputation across the league. The Cowboys might not believe it. That's what it is. That is the reality of what they are as negotiators. You've got two options. Take the team-friendly deal like Jake Ferguson did. Yeah, they can get out of that deal after next year. That's not even a real contract. Or they're going to make Zeke wait. They're going to make Dak wait. They're going to make Dak wait again. They're going to make Dak wait a third time, almost a fourth time. They're going to make Tank Lawrence get tagged and then get paid. That is what they do. They always drag it out. Sometimes to September. Sometimes they use the tag. They never actually stick to their guns. There's two ways the Cowboys can change the way they are viewed as negotiators when it comes to these top-of-the-market deals. Do them early. Be proactive, which they refuse to do. Or actually play out the bluff. The bluff is the franchise tag of we'll just tag you a couple of times. Because the Cowboys are not going to not tag Micah Parsons. There's 3 years of team control if they want to go down that path. It's not a path you should ever want to go down. It limits your flexibility, only costs you more money in the end. We literally just went through that with Dak Prescott. It was bad. It was a very sloppy negotiation, and it cost them in the long run and the short run. The Cowboys keep playing the bluff, but they always fold. The Cowboy agents call the Cowboys bluff, and they fold. So either actually go all in with some good hands, or stop bluffing when you have nothing and folding. It's just more drama in Dallas, and it annoys me.